Today we're going to talk about right triangle trigonometry. Right triangle trigonometry is used to find missing side lengths and or angle measures in a right triangle. So we could make note of that. So we can use right triangle trigonometry to find the angle measure if we're given two side lengths, or we can also use right triangle trigonometry to find a side length if we are given one angle and one side length. So let's go ahead and go through an example of what this could look like. So let's say, for example, let's say that we are asked to find the missing side length x and round to the nearest tenth. If we are given the following triangle. We're given a triangle side length x, side length 27 here, it's a right triangle here, and this angle measure is 42 degrees. So based on what we're given, we need to determine what trig function we can use. Well, we are given in relation to angle 42, we are given the hypotenuse, and we are given the opposite side. When we have opposite and hypotenuse, we use sine. So we would say sine of 42 degrees is equal to opposite being 27 over the hypotenuse being x. To solve this equation, we would multiply both sides by x. We would get x sine of 42 degrees is equal to 27. And we would isolate x by dividing both sides of the equation by sine of 42 degrees. At this point, to see what our answer is, we would go to Desmos.com or a calculator, and we would type in 27 divided by sine of 42 degrees. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's say we have 27 divided by sine of 42, and we need to make sure the calculator is in degree mode. So I need to swap that to degrees. And rounded to the nearest tenth, that would be 40.4. So my answer would be 40.4. And that's not degrees, that is a side length, so I don't need to label that. Let's go through one more example where instead of finding a missing side length, we're finding an angle measure. So let's say that we are asked to find the missing angle measure x. And round this to the nearest tenth as well. And let's say we're given the following diagram. So if we are given the following triangle, here's our right angle, our side length 12, our side length 8, and here is angle x. And we're asked to find x. So in relation to x, we are given the opposite side and the adjacent side. Opposite and adjacent go with tangent. So we would say tangent of angle x is equal to opposite being 8 all over the adjacent being 12. In order to solve when you're missing the angle for x here, you go to Desmos and you type in tangent inverse of that quantity 8 divided by 12. So whatever we get when we type tangent inverse of 8 divided by 12 is going to be our final answer. So I can go to functions and find tangent inverse, and I can type that 8 divided by 12, and I will get rounded to, 8 divided by 12, rounded to the nearest tenth. That would round to 33.7 degrees. So our final answer would be 33.7 degrees. And that is an overview of right triangle trigonometry.